Love, love, you're already home. Party's over and you don't look so good.
Ha baby, s'jena një lately, shku ndy muj që pom edhe dhe I treti. Sanet po ndrojnë të më nuk koni njeti. Po ajo është jam, jam ajo bashkë keti. Leti shoqet që të thujnë s'jap letis. Shpejtit harrojnë si t'bojnë frerë për veti. Mas leti I shkon mi dhonë fun ma, para se me pas diçka ma shumë na.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Nick if you do not already know me, and today I'm going to be doing a how-to flare tutorial. You guys have requested it, so I'm going to get into it, do the steps step by step, make it as easy to understand as I can. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy, and hopefully you learn how to flare after this video. One quick note before I start this tutorial: if you ride a scooter anywhere, at the skate park, to school, even if you just ride around a skate park, or if you do flips, flares, buttercups, bries, make sure you always got a helmet on. It is probably the most important thing to have on when you're riding a scooter, as it protects your head. You only get one brain. If you damage that brain, it does not fix itself, so make sure you always got your helmet on. And if you wear knee pads or anything like that, that's even better. So Game Protection just came out with these new helmets, so they're really cheap, affordable, so make sure you go to Game Protection and grab yourself one and stay safe out there. Now let's start this tutorial. Alrighty, so step number one to learning how to flare: you want to have a decent sized quarter with a decent coping on it. You don't want a coping that sticks out too far, and you don't want a coping that doesn't stick out enough, because you want a nice pop so you can rotate and don't land on top of the ramp or completely flat. So this quarter is half decent. It's not the best, but it'll do the job. It's got a good coping, it's got a good steepness, so that's step number one. Find a decent quarter to do your flare on. Alrighty, step number two, you want to have a good amount of speed towards the ramp to be able to perform the flare. You don't want to be going too quick, because otherwise when you do the flare, you're going to land at the top of the ramp and you're going to hurt your butt, because you're going to land on the coping, and that hurts. And you don't want to have too little speed, otherwise you're going to pop out too much and land flat. This will happen even if you have a good coping or a bad coping, because the less speed you get, the more you're going to jump this way. The more speed you get, the more you're going to jump that way. So you want to have a decent amount of speed. I'll show you like how much speed you want after this clip. But yeah, you want to have a decent amount of speed towards the ramp so you can actually perform the flare. Alright, so that is a good amount of speed to perform the flare. You can see that I jumped and I landed in the transition. I didn't land flat or on top of the ramp. So that is the right amount of speed you want to perform the flare. Alrighty, step three is to actually do the flare. So when you do the flare, it's more of a one motion. So you don't want to be pulling back and then trying to turn. You don't want to be turning then pulling back. It's more like drop your shoulder, look for your butt, and then follow the ramp. So as you know, a quarter pipe is actually a quarter of a full pipe. So if you consider that and just follow the ramp around as if you're doing a full pipe, it will kind of come around a bit easier. So if you come up the ramp, once your front wheel hits, you drop your shoulder and look for your butt, and then now start the rotation. And then when you rotate, you want to be able to spot your landing straight away. That's the whole point of looking for your butt, is you can spot your landing, and then when you come to the landing, you want to open up. You don't want to stay tucked, otherwise you're going to crack your chin. And so stay tucked, open up at the end, and then try and land. If you want, at first try and land like in a 90 degrees. Don't try and land completely straight, because that's how you push it. Land about 90 degrees and then roll away smoothly. I'll show you a flare now and take you through step by step in the slow mode, my dude. As you can see, that was a good flare, landed transition and everything. One thing to keep in mind when you do a flare is when you go for a flare, you want to have 110% commitment. If you go in there having 80% commitment, you're going to get scared, you're going to bail out, and it's going to hurt, because you can land on your head. If you don't commit properly, you won't get that rotation around, and you can injure yourself really badly. That's why I said at the start, make sure you wear your helmet, and if you wear knee pads like I do. I don't have one at the moment. And even if you want to stay fully protected, wear your bum pads, wear your elbow pads, whatever padding you feel comfortable wearing, just because these tricks can get really dangerous really quickly if you don't perform them right. Alrighty, another thing is you don't want to be pulling back too early on the flare. If you pull back before the coping, say you pull back around this area, you're going to go up instead of out, because the coping is the thing that helps you out. Unless you do them on like a quarter that doesn't have a coping and you pull out, then it will work. But with these ones, if you're just learning, you won't be able to do that yet. So you'll just keep going straight and your head will hit the coping and it will end disastrously. Another thing is, if you do end up committing 110% and you don't get the flare all the way around, the worst possible outcome is either you're going to land like this on your butt and slide down, or you might over rotate a bit and like you might do one of those fancy little dance maneuvers. That's probably the worst outcome that can happen with committing. But yeah, so make sure you just 110% commit. And I'm going to show you a few more flares on different quarters, just so you can see how it looks on bigger quarters, smaller quarters. And yeah, let's get this. Hello. Alrighty, one more quick tip for you guys. When you flare, when you get a little bit better at them, one thing to keep in mind is alley-ooping your flares. What that does, it makes your spin come around quicker and your flip, so you can flare smaller quarters. Like this mellow quarter just here is pretty mellow. So what I'll be doing, coming up at like a 45-degree angle and then flaring, and I'll probably move back this way a bit. So you'll see that in this next clip. All that's gonna make me do is flip a lot quicker and get the flare around a lot better. Alrighty, so that's going to conclude this video. Hopefully this video helped you learn how to do a flare a bit better. If you did end up enjoying and learning something, make sure you go and smash a like on this video. Subscribe to my channel if you're new. Also comment down below what tutorials you want me to do next, and I'll get on to them. I've done a flip tutorial already, so if you go up in the cards, you'll probably be able to find that one. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.